Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. This is Connie coming on today to share with you just a single page scrapbook layout. I used the Cuddly Cute Designs Spring Bears file, the bear in the planter, the birdhouse, the spring title, and the 2 butterflies all come with it, so great deal. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to get some of my pieces out of the way, and for once I got to show you I'm actually happy with the way the Cricut cut out the centers for my butterflies, the black pieces. Sometimes I have struggled with that. I think it's the paper. Couldn't be the operator, right? The grass, I forgot to mention, is from Spring Train from Cuddly Cute Designs. I left the size, the height pretty much the same. I just sized it out to, 7.5 inches, and I cut 2 pieces. Excuse me. I have 2 photo mats. Just start with those right away. That are, no clue, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Oh wait, I shouldn't say that. 4 1/4 wide, 4 1/2 long. My mistake. And then these are cut 1/8 of an inch smaller, and I just ran them through an embossing folder just because it looks nice when you put the printed paper on before you put photos on, but it, in my opinion, distracts from the photos and you're wasting the paper. So why, I'd rather use it elsewhere. This is printed paper from a Christmas pack from Knitwit Collections. I think it's the Christmas Critters, maybe, not sure. I cut these with my stitched hill dies from Lawn Fawn. So sorry, I'm having a struggle this morning, but I want to get this video up, so I apologize. And then this, I had 2 of those, by the way, if I didn't mention that. And then this one is 3 3/4 wide and about 5 1/4 long, and then 1/8 of an inch longer on the blue piece. So I've found when I get photos printed, when people are using their phones to do it, for whatever reason, the pictures are not coming out a full 4x6. I'm lucky if they come out 4 by 5 1/2, so that's kind of what I'm doing there. This piece, I decided to add a little piece of grass. It was actually part of a border strip from paper pack. I don't remember exactly which one. It's an Echo Park one. It's about 1/2 of an inch wide, and then it's, I'm gonna say about 11 7/8 inch long. This is also a piece from my stash. I've had forever. This is also from Echo Park, but I don't know. I'm really sorry. I just pulled these out, but it's 11 7/8 long, and it's about 2 1/4 inches high. And then I just have this white piece, and this is about 2 3/8 by, should be 11 7/8, I believe. Yeah. And then this piece I cut with a paper punch, and again it's from Echo Park. I'm sure it's got a name to it. I don't have a clue. I just didn't want the white against it. I wanted a little bit more muted colors because I got a lot going on, and the white and the photo mats would have really made everything stand out too much. And then I have this piece, and I'll show you the back. It's just similar to the dot one, and it's 11 7/8 inch square. Oh my goodness, I just lost the lid to the glue. Yeah. It's gonna be a wonderful day. My hands have not been cooperating for quite some time, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this put down. I'm just putting it on a piece of white paper. I don't know if it came out of photo album inserts, you know, with the, when you get the page protectors, or if it was just some thin paper I got from my sister. It's not real heavy, which I am fine with because photo albums get so incredibly heavy. So I'm good with this. I just want to get enough glue so it doesn't buckle or anything anywhere. So sorry for that lovely noise. All right. Gonna try to do this without standing up. I might just hold the paper up. Nice thing about using a striped background, I know which side is right. I mean, I at least know that it's, I want it to go up and down and not sideways and all that good stuff. So I'm going to burnish this down, and if I use my grid as a spot, all right. Next, I'm going to go ahead and get my border pieces together, but I'm moving this out of the way because I have a tendency to get glue in places that I don't want it. And I don't feel like erasing glue all day. So I hope everyone is well. It's at the time I'm putting this video up, it's coming up on Easter weekend. I have a nice long weekend from tutoring, which was a bonus. I was happy with that. I'm not sure what I'm going to all be doing. I'm sure I'll be doing some paper piecing. I have a card in mind I want to put together. I saw on Pinterest, it's called the Serenity. No, excuse me, I say that wrong all the time. The Senility Prayer. And Marjorie Ann Designs has the greatest grandparents. The grandma is holding, I think, a ball of yarn, if I remember correctly, and the grandfather has the cane. Well, the picture on the Pinterest post is grandma, and she's hunched over with the cane. Well, I can't quite get grandma hunched over from the Marjorie Ann Design file, but the cane is there, and I just think it's going to be funny. I'm going to send it to my sister. Yeah, she's always sending me odd cards, or sometimes they're very nice, sometimes they're, you know, kind of a joke just to lighten the day. So I thought it would be fun to make. So I'll see if I can't do a paper piecing video. I won't share the card. I will just suggest it if you want to know what it is. It's humorous to me. It's on Pinterest. It's called the Senility, as an old age prayer, but it's quite hilarious. That, or I have a really warped sense of humor, which I've also been told. Excuse me. There's just a hair, like a sliver there, but I want to get it off because it does otherwise show. And then what I'm going to do, which I probably should have done, and I can't be prepared for too much, I guess, I'm going to put my photo mats down. And since I don't like to edit videos, you can just fast forward through this. I will share with you, though, how I'm putting the green bottoms on. I think I've shared before, but just give you a quick idea. This is part of my design team project for Cuddly Cute Designs this week. Not sure what I'm doing for the following week. I probably should get going on that. Okay, what I'm going to do with my green piece is only put a very thin line of glue, and I'm using my reptile glue in my little bottle here with the needle nose tip. I want to put it, I'm putting it so it matches the sides and the bottom of the white, but I'm only putting it, as I said, on the sides. And I'm going to get that so it's down good. The reason I'm doing this is I can stick a picture behind, I can put the picture on top, and then I can just, you know, glue that piece down later just so it's not standing up a little bit. It just gives me options when I put the photos in. This is for my friend that I went to high school with that I'm making the photo album for, and I'm not sure. I've printed out a few photos. I don't have them, you know, a lot printed out yet, so I'm not sure what I'm putting in for photos, or if she'll have some new spring photos or some from last year. I can't remember. I have to go and look. So, and then if you happen to go over to my Facebook page, which is also just Prairie Paper Crafts, I will have, hopefully by the time this gets up, I will have a photo of the basketball layout that I did for her. And it's nothing, I'm not always doing scenes with my scrapbook layouts for her, so, but I did like the way it turned out. It was, I did some paper pieces for, also for Cuddly Cute Designs, and I put those on, so you can see that. I had to wait for some paper to come in before I could do those, so. I've been struggling a bit trying to figure out what to create instead of all just paper piecing. And I don't know if you guys had seen on my Facebook page that I had made some watering cans, or 3D watering cans, like for treat containers or whatnot. They were from a file from my scrap chick. Well, I don't remember what I was looking at. Something on Pinterest, I know that, and it was not the same file, but it was something similar, and I found a terrific way to do a little decorating for them for Mother's Day, because that's what they're originally for. So I'll share that in a video coming up soon. And then I also put together the I think it's called a truffle box, like truffle for candy, or a little, just a little, you know, little trinket of some sort. That was a free file. I put that together, and I'll share that with you, because that also goes with one of the papers go with one of the watering cans I did. That also is gonna be for some candy, and I'm thinking I'll probably make another one. I'm just not 100% sure yet. My family's, I've told you before, strange. They don't like chocolate too much. I don't know. I had a grandfather that did. I swear that's where I got it from. I'm going to put the border on next, and then I'm going to put the top border on first. So I'm just getting some glue on that, and I'll turn it around so I can work with it better. So don't think I'm putting it on backwards or upside down. It's normal for me though, as it really doesn't matter which way is up or down. I didn't think about that until now, but but I was still going to put it upside down. I'm matching it up to the yellow along the top. So just in case you can't see, I'm matching it right up to the top of the yellow. And I will do the same with the green at the bottom. I'll match it up. This green strip, I'll match right up to the bottom. I think it was Deborah Lee Crafts, and I forgot to comment. So Deborah, if you're watching, thank you for the hint about using, you mentioned you'd used rubbing alcohol in your beacon glue, I think it was, to thin it out a little bit because it was getting thick. And I have a bottle that is getting, a couple of bottles actually, I need to do that with. I had never thought of that. That is an awesome idea. So thank you very much. See, I learn things from other crafters all the time, and glad they share, because to me that's the only way we learn. Okay, this piece I'm actually putting right up to the border, or just probably just a hair above it. I have to lay out the green grass pieces. These are going on top, so I have to put this piece on first, and I'm just kind of eyeballing where the middle of it is. But these, because I couldn't cut straight on the green piece here, are going to just, I'm going to put these down first, and I'm only putting, they're just going to lay right on top of the green piece, and I'm only putting a bead of glue, I'll show you here, right at the bottom, and I'm going to try not to get it all over my excuse me, my page. So, and these will overlap a little bit in the middle. I did that on purpose so they were long enough, and that's fine. So they'll overlap, or excuse me, they'll also kind of go over on this side, and I will just cut those off. Kids at school the other day, why are you tapping your fingers? I was thinking when I was looking for something, I said, I'm waiting for you to be quiet. Oh, I told them several times they need to be quiet, and they just keep talking away. I think they're all excited, just they need a break. It's been a while, so. But I have one young gentleman who's very animated. He is such a nice young man. They all are, but he gets so excited, he just can't stop, and I just sometimes have to really rein him in, and that's not like me to do, so some days it's a struggle, but I enjoy it. I had a struggle at first, but I do enjoy it. All right, grass is on. And what I'm going to do is put this behind the grass. So I'm going to have to they'll stay up. And then I'll just glue a couple pieces that are overlapping the blades of grass. I'll glue them down. Or glue the blades together. I don't want anything glued onto my paper piece, or onto my photo mat. Oh my goodness. All right. Make sure these are kind of sticking up along here. One more to, all right. Everything moved on me. I'm gonna go with that. I don't have to be exact, but this is what I was talking about. I'm gonna just glue this down a little bit further, and the tip of it goes on there. And so this is still all loose. Now I'm going to work sideways a moment to get these on straight. And I'm just going down just a hair below my border. Okay, I have to think about this. So it's cold again. I don't keep it very warm in my apartment, and so my glue is not wanting to cooperate. Putting it quite far to the side over there, and I did not put glue all the way over here, and I didn't put any down. It's gonna be in page protectors, so it's fine the way it is, but I did bring it all the way over here, so you can still get a photo underneath of here. So I'll get this back, I'll get the other photo on. I'm just gonna move this a moment so it's to the edge. Easier for me to use the ruler. There. I better think about one, two, okay. What sides to glue? And I can always come back and put glue on if I want. Excuse me. I'm just again, I'm only putting glue about this far over here. The top, you can go all the way. Okay, we can go ahead and get the rest of our pieces done. I'm gonna cut this grass off here a moment. Maybe my scissors to cooperate. I'm gonna go with the white piece, the white side, and hopefully I'll remember to come back and, excuse me, ink the edges. I have ink somewhere. I just have to go through my sponge daubers and find the right colors. I have put foam tape on the back of my pieces, and for those of you that use foam tape on a roll from one of the dollar stores, I don't know which one it was, good for you. I do not like it at all. I should have just switched and went back to my tape that I'm used to, but yeah, I don't like this stuff at all. It seems to be quite sticky, but the release tape does not come off, and then seems to want to take the tape off too, so I'm just putting those butterflies kind of wherever. So if it seems like I'm taking a while, I apologize, but getting this tape off is a bear, and I couldn't really do anything until I was ready to put this together. I did put glitter on the tops of my butterflies, just the tiniest bit on both of them. I used pattern paper for the back piece and the front piece. A little bit of a change from the design. And then I also put some glitter just on the tops of the letters. And here too, I have to remember, I'm going to have to use this bottom row. I will not take the foam tape off. I just did this one, so I'm gonna just take that off. I completely forgot because I didn't want it to go over the pieces of my photo mounts, and it partially will, so yeek. If you guys have any things you'd like to see, special requests, not sure how to put something together, leave a comment and I will gladly help you. I am trying to get back into videos. It was nice and sunny today when I started this, and I had quite a bit of good light, and now I see it's getting darker, and so I hope this video doesn't get too dark. Yesterday I thought I was going to blow away driving home from school. I had to drive into the wind, and it's been unbearably windy. And I got this is the second time now I've gotten just close to the building to walk in the door, and the wind takes my canes and I'm just about on the ground. And so I have to be quite careful. I'm trying to kind of center this. I'm going to go with it. It's fairly stuck down, so I did also use Nuvo drops in the center of my flowers. I don't cut those tiny little centers out. Looking for a piece of paper just to make sure. Oh yeah, the photos will go under there. I'm good there. This is another piece that I have. I'm looking for something here that I have tape on. Maybe this will help. I don't know. Oh, maybe. Operator error again. Anyway, it's been we had beautiful weather, and now, yeah. But hey, we're not in North Dakota. We don't have up to 3 feet of snow, so I'm not gonna say too much. I feel bad for those people. In the photos, it's just been crazy seeing some of those photos. Well, might as well take this piece off so it's not doing much. I might not take every single piece off of this. It's there for stability, but I'll take the main pieces off so it gets glued down, or, you know, stuck down well. Or not. Now I know why I like craft foam. It's much faster for me, and you know, I have to put it every little inch of on the paper piece I can find, just so it sticks good and it doesn't get smushed down. All right. See if I can get, I have a hard time getting things straight lately on my pieces. I've noticed I just did a card for my mother for her birthday, and of course it's just a hair off. The birdhouse has also got pattern paper from Knitwit Collections, if you're wondering where some of this comes from. This bear, Hallelujah, does not have any foam tape. I was not putting foam tape on all of these flowers. I'd be cutting forever. And not every piece has to be popped up, so this little piece would be cute on a card if you just were doing a quick card, because it really is not, it looks kind of involved with the flowers, but it's not at all. It was very quick to put together. And I want to get the bear's kind of crooked in there, so the flower pot's going a little bit straighter. So, well, if you've stuck through with this with me, with all of this, I'm going to thank you very much. Lesson learned, don't use the foam tape from the dollar store, at least not on scrapbook layouts. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. You guys have an awesome day. Take care.